Hey guys, it's Jack Punkington here, and today is the day of my review of the Jet City Custom 22. This is a 2-channel amp, all tube, and it is probably my favorite amp at the moment that I've owned. It comes with a bright switch and a mid boost, bright for the crunch clean channel, whatever you want to call it, and mid boost for this distorted channel. If you don't like Marshall and you don't like Blackstar, I would recommend giving this amp a try. This is everything I wanted the Blackstar HT20 to be. Even though it was broken when I bought it, I still was able to get tone out of it, and I just didn't like it. And this is way better. Same with the Marshall JCM that I had. I prefer this. I'm playing through my Semisonic 212 cabinet, which is loaded with a Celestion G12 and a PV Shafford, I think it's called. Yeah. So this amp, each channel, or both channels, share a 3-band EQ, and it comes with a presence knob. On the back, you're given a 16 ohm or 8 ohm selector, foot switch, and that's pretty much it. And an effects loop. I'm not using the effects loop today, I'm just going straight into my Gibson SG. And yeah, it does not have a line out, which I thought was interesting because I wanted it to have one, but that's okay. And it is 20 watts of amazing Jet City awesomeness. When I got it in the mail and I played it on my Blackstar 112, I could not believe the tone, and I still can't believe the tone. I love every part of this. So I'm going to start off on the crunch channel. I have the gain set at about 3. So if you roll the gain back, you can get that. Kind of tone where it's like a nice British crunch. I like to coil tap my SG, and it gives me kind of a Tom Petty tone. That's with the bright boost on, turn it off, and it does get kind of MIDI. So I usually keep it on, I just like that little extra twang. And the crunch channel can get pretty gainy. This is with the gain at 6 o'clock, or not 6, at 6. You can turn it all the way up, maxed out at 9. So very punchy, but I like to keep it at about 4 or 5. So it's still kind of clean, but you've got that crunch bit to it, and this thing runs pedals pretty well as well. Switching over to the gain channel, I'll start with the gain rolled back at about 4. it's pretty gainy for just being on 4, and that is with the mid boost on. The one thing with this amp is if you don't dial it correctly, it can get kind of muddy. It's a dark amp, but it is punchy. It can break through pretty well, so I like it a lot. Turn that mid boost off, and this is what it sounds like. Turn it back on. So it's subtle, but it's noticeable enough that if you're playing a certain kind of song or you have a certain sound you're going for, you're gonna want it on. Turn the gain up this time at about 6. This is what you get. So, it's a pretty gainy amp. Now I'm going to go all the way. This is what you get. What I like about this amp is when you do turn the gain up pretty high, it doesn't get oversaturated. I like saturated gain, but there's a point where it gets too much for me, and this is a nice balance. It's, like I said, it's dark, but it works. It works for what it is, and I think this is a totally giggable amp. A lot of people say you can't gig with 20 watts. I think you can. And with this, for sure you could. I have it set on, well, now it's on 2, so pretty loud for 20 watts, and it is awesome. I like to keep the gain, like I said, at about 6. It's just where it fits, and yeah, it's a perfect punk amp, I would say. Punk and hard rock is where this thing really shines. You throw an overdrive in front of it though, it's good for metal. If I had to like rate it 1 out of 10, I would give it probably an 8.5. I'm really enjoying this amp. I'm really enjoying the crunch channel. Whenever I play on this and I coil tap my SG, makes me think of old school Green Day kind of a tone, like a dookie tone. But if I go to the gain channel and full humbucker, it, like I said, it's more of a high gain tone, but coil tapping it makes a weird noise. Might have to look into my SG, but I like it. I would recommend, like I said, this to anyone who doesn't like Black Star or Marshall, who wants a little more punchiness and a little more gain out of it. It's definitely worth it. You can pick these up brand new off of Reverb for about $339. They do go on sale, and that's how I picked mine up for $289. So keep an eye out. I think they're actually still currently on sale for that price, and I would recommend it. These are made in China. but they're shipped out of Pennsylvania. So, and yeah, it's affordable and it's a good quality amp head. I'm definitely gonna keep this for a long time. I like the whole chassis design. I actually thought about taking the plate off and just leaving it blank because it just looks interesting to me. But it's really cool. So anyone looking for a good 20-watt amp head that's loud enough to play with a drummer and a band, this is where you want. Get this, a 212, a coil-tapped guitar, and your pedal board, and you're good to go. You could gig, practice, anywhere really. So, hope you guys like this video. Jack Punkington signing out. Peace, guys.